Hey. Good evening, everyone. Women have always been at the forefront of our community's fight for LGBT rights. When the AIDS crisis broke in the early 80s, it was women, many of whom are in this room tonight, who formed the backbone of early AIDS activism. Meeting at the center to form groups such as ACT UP to save and fight for our very lives. So, as a gay man, I thank you for that grit, determination, and sacrifice that enables me and entire generations to live open, healthy lives today. Our first award tonight is to honor and thank one woman in particular, former president of the Center's Board of Directors, Julie Harris. Julie's impact on the Center's ongoing fight to end the AIDS epidemic in New York City is immeasurable. Julie adores the Center. She told me she wanted her award tonight to focus on the Center rather than her, and in particular on Cycle for the Cause, the Center's Boston to New York bike ride that funds our AIDS and HIV services, and which Julie has completed 7 times. However, Julie and the Center and the ride are so intertwined, it's impossible to discuss one without the other. When Julie joined the Center's Board of Directors in 2012, Cycle for the Cause had around 100 participants and raised around $450,000 each year. So seeing opportunity, Julie introduced her work family to create the ride's first corporate team in 2013. She went on to inspire and nurture countless new teams over the years, such that 6 weeks ago, a record 500 people raised over $2.1 million. This is Julie's legacy, and a game changer that brings us ever closer to realizing our dream of finally passing on an AIDS-free world to the next generation. But Julie's impact is so much more than just the money raised. Julie is one of the kindest, funniest, and most compassionate people I know. She's a ray of light, a safe space the moment you meet her, and if you share her passion for community, you're instantly in her tribe. So when Julie first did the ride in 2013, I think she fell in love. She fell in love with a community who quickly became family to her. She fell in love with the strength and purpose the ride gives to so many participants that are impacted by HIV. And she fell in love with the way that the ride takes the Center from its physical space on West 13th Street and takes it on that journey from Boston to New York, allowing participants from all walks of life to be their whole, absolutely unapologetic selves. Her palpable love for the ride is infectious and ensures that none of the things so magical to her that first year have changed, regardless of the ride's incredible growth. So Julie, speaking for our Cycle family and the countless lives that have been saved by the Center's work that you have been so instrumental in enabling, thank you. We love you. Beyond the ride, Julie has done even more for the Center. Julie has served as board president, treasurer. She's supported our Capitals campaign to make the building what we know and love today. She's helped build events like this into a powerhouse and helped the Center envision and launch our newest work, Rise Out, to advocate for our community. And as an out leader on Wall Street, Julie has mentored and inspired countless LGBT employees. So when thinking of how to introduce Julie tonight, I remembered one night at dinner on Cycle for the Cause a few years ago when Julie was being introduced to the stage as Julie Harris, rider number 28, Center of the Board of Directors, which Julie found a little bit too formal for her liking and interrupted by yelling out, "And a lesbian!" She's also known as Mama Bear, especially to many from the Center's youth services, or Mama J. And those very in the know may know her as Mama Natrix, thanks to our friends from the Eagle. Which is a story for another time that I'm more than happy to share after dinner. She's also simply known as Mum to her 2 wonderful sons, Thad and Nate, and fiance to Sherry. So, I could not be prouder to welcome to the stage to receive this year's Community Impact Award our Mama Bear, Mama Natrix, my friend, and a lesbian, Julie Harris.
Well, shit, Miles said everything I was going to say. So I'm kind of without words. Miles, thank you. You are my brother. You're my family. You are my community. I love you. I love you. I love you. And if Mama Natrix had a riding crop, she would spank you. I have to congratulate my fellow honorees tonight. Kathy Bowles, thank you for everything you do in our industry, everything you do in our LGBT community. There you are. Because a lot of my family came in for this, I run in kind of a party van, and on the way here, although I've watched every single episode, I introduced my mother to Pose. We watched the pilot on the way here. And I'm a little bit of a fangirl, so MJ, you will be signing this tonight. You will. I brought my Sharpie. I'm prepared. I'm prepared. Thank you for all you do and the representation of our community and bringing realness to all that we do. So thank you for that, MJ. I stand before you today. I have a lot of roles. I'm a daughter. There's my mom. She stands up. You still won't be able to see her. She's little. Ah, shit, she's already crying. I also want to say hello to my father and my dad, who are no doubt having a beer right now and debating whether Budweiser or Miller is better. And I just need to tell them they both suck. And now that you're in heaven, there should be a good IPA, so you should both go get one, all right? I'm a sister. My sister's here representing one of all of my 6 siblings. And my niece, Anya, who is soaking up and reveling in all this beautiful, liberating queerness. I love you, kid. My sons are here. They're going to come up and give a speech now. I mean, I told you that, well, I left you a Post-it. Anyway. My partner and fiance are here tonight. One person, same person. If you saw the jazz group that was playing, my future stepsons, Cole and Zach, were there. Sherry, I love you. Let's get married tonight. Glenda's ordained. We can do it right now. Right. Then there's my chosen family from the center. My colleagues from my alma maters, Diamond and Goldman Sachs and Accenture, and I've just been everywhere. I'm a bit of a whore. And my current home, JP Morgan Chase, HR is here. Anyway, and finally, a big shout out for my friends who traveled in from Chicago, Utah, Florida, Connecticut, the boroughs, and even New Jersey. New Jersey is in the house. Yeah, community is a powerful word for me. It really brings a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, an indication that life has meaning. As a late bloomer who finally admitted my core truth to myself at 34, our LGBT community has been a life-affirming gift. You see, I had some catching up to do and a husband to tell. He's a good guy. Most men who are married lesbians are. very sweet man. Our community grounded me. It gave me back my life, my worth, and my sense of self. The word community deepened for me in my time at Diamond and at Goldman Sachs, where I was fortunate to be embraced and validated for exactly who I am, all of me, and that continues at JP Morgan today. It was at Goldman where I met one Glenda Testone, who was in hot pursuit of someone else from my firm to join the board. That person insisted she was entirely too busy and pointed Glenda to me and said, pick her instead. And it was the first time and only time in my life I was happy to be runner-up. I was gonna say sloppy seconds, but my mom is here, and now I'm gonna have to explain that to her later. Unless my sons have already Googled it, put down your phones. Not having grown up on the East Coast, I dove in to discover all I could about the center. I joined the board, agreed to be a campaign co-chair for the center renovation so we could have a space that reflected the beauty of our community, the diversity, and a space that we deserved. I started, and frankly, never stopped, pestering all of y'all to invest in our community and support the center. Even though I knew very little at the start, I understood that the center's services were making a difference every day in a very personal way. We were saving and changing lives, providing uniquely queer spaces for the arts and for archiving our history. But what I really wanted was to go beyond the finances and understand the heart and soul of the organization. Glenda mentioned this little ride we had from Boston to New York City, and I thought, well, that seems like fun and easy. This doesn't come for free. I signed up, bought a bike, and it changed my life and my understanding of the center forever. I think I have personally convinced, maybe bullied, a couple hundred people into doing this ride. You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome. Is that Mo? Who is that? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Aldo. Before that ride, I thought the center was a place at 208 West 13th Street, a physical space to convene which had a depth of history. ACT UP was born there. It's a place we've mourned the attacks and murders of our community members, particularly our trans brothers and sisters. It's where we celebrated marriage equality. After the 2016 election, it's where we recommitted to return to our roots of activism and advocacy to preserve our hard-won rights and to continue to push for full equality, which we still do not have. Without a doubt, though, the center is our hometown stadium. It's our rainbow flag waving place of love and validation, a safe place to be where we are and to love who we love, how we want to love them. Are there any Team Eagle in the house? Yeah! Yeah, spank you later. I love you guys. You taught me so much about knots and things. But Cycle for the Cause taught me the center is not mere bricks and mortar. It lives in our lives and in our heads. We feel it in our bones. It speaks to generations past and present. It is our history, our present and our future. I came to understand the center is not a place, but rather who we are as a people. You find yourself on that ride. You find your family. You find the center is inside each of us. So to my friends and family from all walks of life, to my Cycle for the Cause brothers and sisters who are also my family, my blood and my lifeline, I thank you for being here tonight. Mom, you thought you had 7 kids, but you actually have like a few hundred. And so you should meet them all tonight. You don't have to buy them holiday presents. Thank you for allowing me to bring my families together. In my wildest fantasies, my HR person's here, she's getting nervous. I've been imagining, like on the dance floor, you know there's a dance afterwards. I've been imagining this like West Side Story, like flash mob kind of da-da-da-da, like between Goldman and JP Morgan. But But everybody knows that bankers can't really dance unless there's like PowerPoint or a pitch book involved, and nobody got time for that tonight. Oh, you can prove me wrong. There's no parking on the dance floor. Finally, to the center staff and my fellow board members who have had the pleasure to know and call my friends, the work you do every single day is so important to our community. Without you, the center is just a roof and walls. You are the heart, the conscience, the never-ending drumbeat that persists. You get up when we get knocked down. You fist pump and maybe a little sachet. When we win, my life is richer with you in it. And though I'll be rolling off the board next month, you simply cannot miss me if I refuse to go away, which I do. If we think about community impact as being measured by how much impact the community has had on you, it is I who should be honoring the center, not the center who's honoring me. It's been an honor to serve until we meet again, probably on the road from Boston to New York. Right. Peace out.